Hey guys, I got back from the gym and did my protein. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Holy shit, guys. 399,200 pounds moved by these guys and these poor things right here. And I'm here to tell you, this right here hurts. But my kneecaps are like on fire. Like you can feel all the connective tissue or all the connections around them, especially this one, my poor left knee. Yeah, I did not look at what other people had set it at. So I said, I can go to 370, and I'm going, and I'm like, why does this feel like it was 380? That was fun. And then I put 5 plates of 45s on both sides, and the sled is 120. So that's 570. That was painful. Not really painful. Yeah, painful. And I did 20 sets of 20 reps on both the machine that basically is just glutes and hamstrings, and on the sled, which, because I position my feet differently each time, is like every muscle in your leg. When I got done, my calves do this thing where they just start going like this. It really feels weird because they're twitching. Everything is twitching. It's awesome. I wasn't supposed to talk about the gym this much. Sorry. I have 2 things in my life that are going well for me. This is not one of them, but the rest of it is the gym, my legs, and this, which I'm having fun with. I wanted to talk about this. This is a strange concept that I learned, and it's something that actually, it doesn't excite me because it's awful. As a concept, it's awful, but it's called the uncomfortable truths. And these are a series of like truth bombs that, when you're done telling them, you're like, but what am I supposed to do then? One of the uncomfortable truths is no one will ever know you except for you. And sometimes, if you're delusional, even you won't know you. You guys are really far into me. So I'm trying to think. My last ex probably never heard half of what you've heard. Not because he wasn't curious, but because for me, it's easier to talk to this person that I'm seeing in my camera than it is for me to be talking to you and saying, hey, this happened to me, or hey, this is how I really feel. So when you're out there in the world and you think, everybody knows what I'm doing, they don't. Prime example. I show up at the bar in Detroit, and I used to go to a bar called Backstreet. It was basically this big warehouse. And I walk in with my ex. We were engaged at the time. And I walked up to my friends Mike and Mike. They're both adorable people. Very, very out there, but just adorable people. I used to talk to them all the time. Every time I go to the bar, they were there. Big hugs, ask how their days were, just love, love, love. But yeah, I would never be able to date them. Just trust me on this. So I saw them and I run up and I'm like, oh my God, guys, this is so great. We're going up, just all excited. And the group of people they were with look at us like, what the? And the one guy goes, I know you. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been? I said, I moved out of state. He's like, what? Yeah, I moved to Wisconsin. And this is my fiance. And I let them introduce each other because I had no idea who this guy was. Mind you, Backstreet had on Saturday night, more than 3,000 people would come in and out. So me knowing everyone that went in through there, no. And if you think about the ratio of club attendance per week by people like me that went every week, and then the people that go maybe once every month or once every 2 months, that's a huge population. So, not a clue who this guy was. Not a clue. So, as we're standing there talking, he turns to me and he goes, "What'd you do? Move out of state to figure out you wanted to be in a relationship?" And I'm like, "No, dude, I was looking for a relationship when I was here." And he said, "No, you weren't." Yeah, I was. He said, "You walked around shirtless with your top button undone." So you have to picture this. I'm a douche. I admit it. I'm kind of that guy. I'm very flaunty, but in a fun way. I'm like, "No, seriously, I was looking for somebody." And he stopped and he looked down and he's like, "I wish I had known that." And I just sat there like, what? How do people not see that? They don't. It's the uncomfortable truth. Your intentions are unknown to the people around you, unless you let them in. And it's kind of difficult to do that when you're in a bar with 3,000 people. This is kind of like me letting the world in so that somebody out there knows me. Probably nobody in Kentucky or Indiana will watch this. I'm loved from afar. Thanks, guys. I've noticed that a lot of my Twitter is the UK, which probably means my YouTube is going to end up being a lot of UK. I love the UK. My people are from the UK, well, in Germany and France, and etc. But it's going to be difficult to date you. So anyway, let me think of another really good uncomfortable truth. God, I had a list. I've given up on them. It's so daunting to think of all the things that are just out there. I know another uncomfortable truth is most of the guys that go to the bar, sorry, my screen keeps going black and then I get a weird shadow. Most of the people that go to the bar are their attachment style is avoidant. And there's two kinds of avoidance, and I won't remember which one's what. I'm what they call, I'm somewhere between secure and insecure. It overlaps a little bit for me. So for me, once I attach, I will tell you everything that I think you want to know. The things I hold back are weird and they're tiny. You will not, once I say, okay, you're my person, these are the things you need to know because they will keep you safe. These are the things you need to know because they will make me feel like you care. And then we both look at each other and go, I can manage that one. I'm okay with that. Or no. And in either direction, I'm going to be fine. But when you have avoidance, that means they pull back and they do not want to be in a relationship, or they want to be in a relationship but they don't know how to do it, and therefore they do weird shit to either fuck it up or to just not go deep. And INFJs are deep diggers, and I am very deep. There is nothing shallow in me. I like things that are like food. It has to be really good food. I don't want to eat crap. If you say, hey, can we go to McDonald's, or would you prefer to go to a Brew Burger? They have them in Indy. I'd be like, Brew Burger. Definitely Brew Burger. It's good food. It's not cheap. It's not crap. You can order whatever you want on it. Same concept with people. If I walk up to you and you're like, oh, the Kardashians, I'll be like, thank you. No, I have no interest in you. Sorry. If that offends anybody, I apologize. It's just, if you were to sit here and talk to me about the ramifications of the Russians putting nuclear missiles in Belarus, I would be able to talk to that. If we were to talk about why China and Russia are trying to change the international currency to the yuan instead of the US dollar, I can talk to that. If you want to talk about why it is that Republicans are so opposed to abortion and birth control, I know the answer to that. It's really stupid. And it's not stupid. They're not stupid. How they go about it is rather stupid. If you want people to have more babies, you need to make it cheaper. Period. End of story. Not force them to have kids. That's not going to help. That won't fix it. That will fuck it up worse. People will just do what they're doing right now, which is not have kids at all. And we have 90% of the male population basically being incels. And that's a lot of fun for them. And that makes them angry. And then they become violent. Way to go, Republicans. I'm picking on you just for a reason. There needs to be more thought behind your process. You're not thinking this through. So that's part of the issue, is we're not doing a lot of thinking at all. Everybody's just thinking with their dick, and that's like 10th on the list for me. So that's an uncomfortable truth in and of itself. If you can't think with your heart and your mind, I'm the wrong person for you. Anyway, I don't want to go too far into this because I have a weightlifter brain right now, which means I've moved a lot of weight and my blood sugar is really like messed up. So I'm thinking in a very different way than normal. Usually I would have like, oh yeah, there's this and this and this. And right now I'm standing here thinking these blank thoughts. Like, I just counted to 20 how many times? 40. I counted to 20 40 times. That's a lot. The brain waves will kick in and I'll sit there going, why the hell did you bring that up? I love you guys. I love you, dude. I'll talk to you soon.